I'll wait till everybody is seated before I ask you to stand up. And away we go. All please rise and let's sing the opening song. My soul is welcome here. Let's get a little clapping going here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is, I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 Here.
Good morning. We're going to start with an opening prayer, but I'd like Genevieve to please stand. It's been put on my heart to say a thank you to you. Genevieve is going to be attending the Unity Church of her family, where her family attends, and so I'd like to say a thank you from the congregation to the work she has done with the children of our congregation. We're grateful. Let us take a breath and open our hearts, our mind, our spirit, as we are here for the good of God. As the good of God is within us and through us in each day, in every breath, we are the good of God. The good of God is in our life circumstances, in our life's path, in the things we do, in the things we do not do. The good of God is around us. The good of God is in people. The good of God is in our atmosphere, in the lives of our plants and our animals and our insects, even those ones that we consider pesky. The good of God is in our planet and the universe. The good of God surrounds everything. For this we are grateful. Thank you, God. So it is.
And everybody. Now it is time to light our Christ candle. And we always invite a young person to come up and do that. And we are having Simon. He's willing and agreed to come and do this once again. Thank you, Simon. You know, it's always nice to have a young person up here, because that reminds us of the light that is within Simon is also within all of us. And so as we watch him light the candle and see the brightness come forth, we can also see that within him. He is a pro, so you notice I kind of stood over here because he doesn't need me. Thank you, Simon. So as we look at Simon, and we ask the young people to come on up too, other young people, not all of these young people, but the other young people. And we look at the light in these beautiful people, and we can go within and see the light within ourselves. So let us bless these children. You are a beautiful child of God, perfect in every way. You are loved unconditionally, just the way you are. And as we see that in them, we also see that within ourselves. As we go within and say, I am a beautiful child of God, perfect in every way. I am loved unconditionally, just the way I am. So now, we will sing the song.
I'm a beautiful
Child of God, a wondrous spirit of love and peace, a light will shine forever. I'm a beautiful child of God. You're a beautiful child of God. A wondrous spirit of love and peace. Your light will shine forever. You're a beautiful child of God. We are beautiful children of God. Wondrous spirit of love
and peace. Our light will shine forever. We are beautiful children of God.
Thank you for being here. You know, we're having a little bit of a challenge with technology. When technology works, it works, right? And then when it doesn't, we may have to change our course of action. So that's what we are doing now. But thank you so much, Richard, and for the children that came up. So now we will take time to do our welcome and introductions. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Okay. And if you can't, somebody just raise your hand and say, and I'll get it. Now, first of all, I would like to thank our musician, Richard, for being here. And thank you to Warren, who is our sound technician today, and to Bobby, who is serving as our video tech. Thank both of you. We will welcome our chaplains. And we have one here today. Oh, we have two today. We have Pat Flores and Cheryl Potts. It is wonderful. I receive a call every month, and I save that call because I like to listen to it more than once. It lifts me up, my vibration goes up. And then I could remember that sometimes when I'm not at my best, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes I'm not at my best. It's nice to listen to that call again. I so thank you, chaplains, for doing that work. Now, if any of you, at the end of the service, they will be up here. So if any of you have something that you'd like to talk to them about, if you just feel like, you know what, I just want to share some excitement, I had a celebration. Or if you have something confidential that you'd like to share, they will keep it confidential. So don't hesitate to come up and speak with our chaplains. And thank you so much for being a part of this congregation. We have a speaker here today. He's not new, because he's been here before. Some of you might not have seen him before, but I doubt it because he's been here a few times. But this is a person who is a transformational. I'm going to look at this because, you know, it's something when you start talking about somebody. I know him. We met and realized that we know some of the same people. And I thought, oh, wow, it's a small world. But when you start talking about a person and you think you have covered the things you need to cover, and then when you sit down, you say, oh, I forgot something. So it's best to just read the little bio. So that's what I'll do. Jim Marino is a transformational leader and co-author of the best-selling book, Awaken the Amazing in You. The former spiritual leader of Unity of Grand Rapids, Michigan. He has been a practitioner of prayer for spontaneous healing for over 25 years. Through his personal shamanic practice, the development of water ceremony, and his study of New Thought principles, James brings a unique perspective to the pursuit of carrying on the work of healing through affirmative prayer. James did a workshop for us not long ago, and we heard great things about that workshop and hoping that he's willing to come back again. But he's going to be our speaker today, and you will see him up here shortly. Now, the next thing that is on the agenda here is to have Gretchen come up, Gretchen Harper, if you would come up, and we're doing our Earth Care Covenant.
I don't know.
You can take it.
Hello, does that work? Okay, we're going to try that. I am Gretchen Harper. I am on the Earth Care team. There is an Earth Care team, for those of you who don't know. And Mei Ling Albert is the chair of the Earth Care team. And unfortunately for us, but happily for her, she's in Las Vegas this weekend at a wedding. So she asked me to share with you the Earth Care Covenant, and we'll do that together shortly. You can see it on the walls around you. The Earth Care team here does a lot of things, and some of them are quiet, and some of them are a little more loud. I think quiet one might be gathering bottles and cans. And I wanted you to know that Vern and Betty are the people who take the bottles and cans that we gather out of those bins by the front door, in the black sacks by the front door. And today, I'm going to walk around during hospitality time and offer to you white little sacks. If you want to take them home, then you can bring your bottles and cans in those white little sacks and dump them in the other one. And then that's one thing that the Earth Care team does. There are many. The Women of Unity this Thursday are going to have a program connected to Earth Care and recycling. If any women want to come, I suppose you could even bring a man as a guest. It's possible. But today, what I've been asked to do, my mailing, is to read with you the Earth Care Covenant. So, if you would please stand. Look with me at the Earth Care Covenant, and we'll say it together. As a spiritual community, we are committed to being ecologically responsible stewards of our earthly home. We affirm that we hold a deep respect for all life and a sincere reverence for the interdependent web of all that is. We envision and take action to create a world where all life thrives in harmonious interdependence. Are we looking at different things? Well, that's interesting. I'll look at your thing because I had my thing here, and we'll start with number 3, since we may have said it a little differently. Together, we envision and take action to create a world where all life thrives in harmonious interdependence. With compassion and gratitude, we strive to bring awareness to the vital balance of nature, to ourselves and others. We join together to mindfully support the well-being and protection of our natural environment, here and across the world. We declare our covenant with God to walk lightly upon this beautiful earth as we hold a vision of the highest good for all living beings on this planet, now and for future generations. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gretchen. Now, since we have people that have come in a little bit later, I want to make sure that I welcome everybody who is here. Thank you for being here. And those who are with us virtually, thank you. Okay, this has been interesting this morning. I think I'm going to have to have You think it'll work better? Can you hear me any better? Okay. Here we go again. Welcome. Thank you for being here this morning. And not only you, we thank those who are watching us now and say welcome. We're glad that you're here, and one day we may see you in one of the seats right here in Vacaville. Now, community highlights. And this is something that everybody just looks forward to hearing, these community highlights. They say, I hope you have a lot of them today. Well, it's only about, 25 of them. So that should work. I'm just teasing you guys. The Women of Unity Potluck is on Thursday, September 28th at 11:30. It's going from 11:30 until 1:30. It will be in the social hall. There is a guest speaker, Isabel Angel. She is a waste zero specialist. She's from Vacaville. And you mentioned a little bit about the waste and what we are doing for our environment. So she's going to be here to give you some pointers as well. Unity of the Valley Spiritual Classic Reading Room, Mysteries of John by Charles Fillmore. It meets at 1 p.m. on Zoom on the first, second, and third Thursdays of each month. So please contact the office for a Zoom invitation if you're interested at all. It's a great way to read Charles Fillmore and discuss each segment. Our annual craft fair will be held on September or October. We're moving it to October. It was September when I first started. Now it is going to be October 28th from 9 to 2. So if you'd like to participate as a vendor, pick up a vendor's registration from the Great Hall or contact the church office, 707-447-0521. And Unity of the Valley Spiritual Center proudly presents, we have started last week our program for Fall Reflections. So we are hoping that a lot of you are participating in a small group, and if not, that you're following along on our podcast at Reverend Dalia. And as you can see, she's not here today. She's still not doing well, and we appreciate all prayers that she'll soon be back with us and be able to stand up and talk about this, that we are having this for 7 weeks. The podcast is she's going to be talking with special guests, and it will run from Saturday, September 23rd through Saturday, November 4th. And it's going to be on our website, unityvacaville.org. Or you can listen to a podcast on Spotify, Pandora, Apple, Google Podcasts. So there are a number of ways that you can hear this. The book is really a good book. I enjoyed reading it. It's not difficult to read. It is uplifting and inspiring, so I think you will enjoy that. Now, we will together say our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good.
I'm through asking where I'm going. I've been asking all my life. I've grown tired of all this wondering when everything seems to turn out right, and when my mind needs something to do and wants to know the future, I whisper, I'm okay. I've always been, and I will always be that way. Okay. So here goes nothing. I'm taking a chance that this thing will work. I'm opening up, knowing that I'm in good hands. And here goes everything. It's all on the line. But I'm not afraid this time. Some say I'm crazy, some say naive. To close my eyes and take the leap. But I know better, I believe. Even in the darkness, my soul can see. So when my mind plays its usual games, my answer is always the same. Here goes nothing. I'm taking a chance. I'm opening up, knowing that I'm in good hands. And here goes everything. It's all on the line. But I'm not afraid this time. 'Cause I'm okay. I've always been, and I will always be that way. I'm okay. I've always been, and I will always be that way.
Good morning. I am known in some circles as James Buffalo Moreno, practitioner of affirmative prayer for spontaneous healing for over 25 years. And each and every time I speak, I expect that there will be healing, mentally, spiritually, or physically. That is my belief. We started, actually, the name of this talk is Doing Faith, which I didn't come up with myself. Reverend Dalia actually named it. And so it was a unique experience for me to have a topic already, because usually I don't have a topic until the final hour. That's just the way that I do Sunday talks. But in this case, I did have a talk title, Doing Faith. And it's in part due to this book that we're reading, Have a Little Faith, by Mitch Albom. How many people are participating in that program right now? Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the book, but I'm going to talk more about faith itself. So one thing that I would like you to do right now is to picture a basket. And a basket can come in all shapes and sizes, can it? Some are wicker baskets. The Miwok used to weave baskets from reeds, and they were so woven together that they could actually hold water, right? Some baskets can be made out of metal or plastic. Picture in your mind your basket, whatever that's made from, whatever size that is. And think about the structure of that basket. Now think about that basket empty, with all the possibilities that can go in that basket. What would you put in that basket on purpose? Now think of that basket full and overflowing. What is overflowing in it? What are the surprises that come from this basket and all the things that are in it? All the possibilities that you didn't even really think of that are now in this basket because you have concentrated on it. Now let it all go. Don't think about it anymore. Let it go. In the book, there are 4 different sections of the book, and they're entitled Spring, Summer, Autumn, and Winter. We were just looking at spring as we enter into fall in this book. And you know, this book is really about faith, and it is about a man who is asked to do a eulogy for his childhood rabbi. And he has walked away from his synagogue and lived life and moved away from that, but was just kind of in awe that this man of belief would ask him someday to do his eulogy on a day, they don't know when, but someday do his eulogy. So he decided that he needed to know this man more if he was going to be able to do that. So instead of just seeing the man at the front of the synagogue, he decided to spend time with him. In Hebrews 11:1, faith is explained. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. In our group, I have the pleasure of being with several other people. The only person that was in my group is Genevieve. That's why I know that she is leaving our unity and going to the unity of her family in Walnut Creek. I was struck by the fact that when she said that in our group, that we were witnessing an action of faith. she talked about the knowing that it was time to go back to the unity of her family, because there was something inside of her that's saying it's time to do that. Right? And immediately I think of how that impacts our unity and, the things that she's done for our children. Taking in that energy that she's put forth here. And I don't look at it as something that's going away. I'm looking at something where it's growing. It opens up new doors and new frontiers for other people to be a part of the lives of the children here of Unity of Vacaville. Or, I'm sorry, I said it the old way, Unity of Vacaville. In this book, the author is struck that when he asked his old rabbi, did you hear the call? When did you hear the call? The rabbi said, I never really did hear a call. There was no call for me. There was no burning bush, God didn't speak to me to move forward and become a rabbi. It was just what I did. It was just a moving forth. And that was one thing in our group where we talked about that. That was kind of an interesting thing where there was no call. It was just a life decision, basically, for this human being. So, also, Reverend Dalia asked me to speak about the rituals that we do for faith, because she knows that I do ceremony and I do certain rituals. I work with sage and I pray in certain ways. And my prayer goes off into different ways, but there's always at first a cleansing of the spirit with sage. And then there's a blessing and an offering of thanks. And there are, these just different things that we do. So, bring to your mind the things that you do for ritual. In many faiths, there's certain days. Like in the Jewish faith, I've only witnessed a few different rituals of theirs, but the Day of Atonement, asking for forgiveness, moving forward in your life with a clean slate. That's one of their rituals. I think one of the rituals in my life that has nothing to do with my faith is the ritual of having coffee every morning. I depend on this water to come from the sacred faucet, right? It just comes from the sacred faucet, and I put it in this appliance that made by human hands, and I enjoy the comforts of the fake atmosphere that the machines around me create for me. When it's cold outside, it's warm inside. When it's hot outside, it's cold inside. By magic, these machines that we turn on. The carpet beneath my feet, woven by machines, created by human beings. And that magical potion comes down out through that nozzle and into my cup. And then I take that cup and I ask for that to change the cells of my body and bring me energy to meet my day. I can look at it that way, or I can look at it as like just drinking my cup of coffee, right? There's many rituals. Some people have the ritual of watching The Bachelor and getting a glass of wine, or some people have the ritual of eating a bag of sunflower seeds every day. I have a friend that ate a bag of sunflower seeds every day and watched television, and she said one day to me, God, I love watching your life on social media because you're always over here and over there and doing all these things. And she said, I really like this one trip that you went on. I said, oh, it was a great trip. You should talk to these people and blah, blah. She's like, no. I don't want to go on the trip. I don't want to do that. I like living vicariously through other people. I want to sit on the couch with my sunflower seeds. That's her ritual. So we do things sometimes and we're not even realizing that they have become our rituals. And then we do rituals on purpose. Today we're talking about faith. And the thing that strikes me as we do this fall program, I'm fairly new to this community, but I'll tell you, this is another great thing that you all do, having a fall program, to do something together. It's a great thing to focus our energy and attention on something in community. I think that's why we come here. And even if you're not involved in this, just being here today together is the importance of this room, right? I learned from this pastor named Pastor Shebley one day. I'm not going to quote him exactly because I don't know all the terms of what he said exactly, but I'm going to say this. He shared with us in a Sunday service one day that, if one horse can pull 500 pounds and another horse can pull 500 pounds, that together they could actually pull 2,500 pounds. And that's how I see us when we do things in community. It makes us stronger beyond our personal strength. That is a thing of faith that I have within me, that the things that we do together make us stronger together. So if you ask Google what is faith, Google says complete trust or confidence in someone or something. It also says strong belief in God or in the doctrines of religion based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof. Spiritual apprehension is like saying, oh, if I don't do this, there's a fear that something won't happen. It also says it is belief without proof. I'm going to spill the beans on me. I just turned 60 years old this week. And it's not a record, but for me, it's a miracle. If you had known me in different parts of my life, you would understand how I am happy about that, because there were times when my decisions may have not allowed me to be here. And so we went to a concert. And at this concert over the weekend, we saw this drummer who had a famous drummer for a father. And in his life, he told his father how great other drummers were. He never told his father his greatness, what he thought about his father. And his father passed away. So now, in this life, his ritual now to show the greatness of his father is to play his father's music and to move forward in life and show and share the gifts that his father brought to this place to more people. This is his way of faith that he can express that to his dad, even though his dad is not here. So let's go back to the basket. The basket, whether it's just the frame of the basket, it's an empty basket with possibility, or it's a basket overfilling. To me, this is an example of faith, because we are all of those things. Did some of you feel like the importance was the basket itself? Did some of you think the important portion was the empty basket? Nobody thought? How about the basket overfilling? The basket overfilling. Well, we are all of these places. We are all of this. We are all of these things. You know, when people come to community, often it's time when they are simply the basket itself, where life has not gone the way you imagined. And you need to seek more strength. You need to seek for answers. This is when you are simply the frame of that basket. When life has brought you a challenge that brings you simply to the root of who you are, where you have to examine the things that you're going through, and you have to feel those things. You need to understand and examine who you are, where you are, and what you're made of. That takes you to a place where there is possibility, where you can go past that place of really examining. You can open yourself up to the next steps of moving forward. Like our congregant Genevieve, she's moving forward now after contemplation and really going within and accepting, sometimes to the contrary of what we're thinking we should do. That is a place of faith. The basket, when broken down to our core, faith is an action for our soul's benefit. Becoming conscious, increasing our faith through prayer, are first steps to walking away from fear and inefficiency. Now, the empty basket, that place of possibility, is a place of good beyond our present circumstances, realizing our God-given faculty and power to create. Faith to tap into the creative action of divine mind. As we know who we are, as we know the core, then we can bring together our talents, our strengths, and combine it with others. The full basket is where we're moving towards when we come to the empty basket. We are moving towards a full basket with every step at that point. It is a leap of faith to start taking those steps in whatever it is that we are going to do or we're going to be a part of. So the full basket is a strength from beyond our perceived limits. When we move from blind faith to understanding the abundance of the Christ consciousness. This could show up as a time when we move directly opposite from our own will and reasoning. How many of you have known something within yourself and it's not exactly how you had envisioned things, but you know what you know and you have to go. You have to move forward, regardless of what anybody else is going to think or even what you think. You just know you need to move forward. This is the place of the full basket. Understanding that faith is a knowledge in all circumstances. This too is for my good is the greatest statement of faith that maybe Unity has ever known. Because sometimes, even though it's beyond our mind, it's beyond what we think should happen, sometimes we get things and we receive in ways that are contrary to what we think is good. So bringing that effort into our lives and saying, this too is for my good, is just that place towards moving towards that full basket. today, I always try and involve some bit of wisdom from the founding members of this movement, the Unity movement. So I always try and include something from Charles Fillmore or from Myrtle Fillmore. And today I was sitting in this room, and I went to, because I hadn't put that in I realized I hadn't put that in my talk. So I go to grab my phone so I could look up some Charles Fillmore quotes, and I realized I have no phone. I left it at home. And I'm sitting in that room, right here. And I look up, and there are books all around me. So from that place and that feeling of going, oh, I forgot my phone. Now what do I do? All I had to do was pay attention to what is around me. All I had to do is realize it's surrounding me right now. And that's what faith is, a place of realizing what is and what's surrounding you. I want to end with a quote here from James Dillett Freeman. What made the world we may not know, but whatever conceives sunlight and snow, and leaves for fall, and stars for night, may we have faith, has made things right. Thank you.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has led me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the dearest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm moving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm moving in.
Let us move into a time of meditation together. Remove the illusion of our separateness and connect to what is all around us. Let every breath be an unceasing prayer for our good and the good of others. Let us see in the eyes of others ourselves as they speak to us. Ask ourselves the question, why would I say this to me? Let there be no separateness between you and another. There is only you. There is only God. We are that energy birthed forth in this place. Let us have faith that our gifts are for the good of all things. Let us not discount anything we do. It is a miraculous doing. There is no moment that is not precious. There is no moment that is not a gift. Let us sit with this gift within our heart, within our spirit. Allow our life to whisper to our soul, I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is. Thank you, God.
Thank you, Jim. It was a wonderful talk. Thanks so much. Now it is time for us. Oh, the thing is, I'm the type person, I just seem to not be able to stand still over there. So I'm moving over here and I have the mic. I try, not working out so well. So anyway, it's time for to make our donation. So the ushers can come forward. The thing is, there are many ways for us to donate to Unity of the Valley Spiritual Center. And we have so much that is going on here, so many great, wonderful volunteers. We have talks going on. We have people like Jim that's here. So we have a number of things, and so we want to say thank you in advance for the donations that you make for the work that we do here. One of the ways that you can donate is go to our website. And if you go to the Unity website, you will see a button. It's showing the button as blue, but whatever color it is, it does say donate. So just hit that button and make the donation. The other thing is you can text to give. There is a number that you can dial, and you can text, and that way you can do the money. And I think I might have that number here in case I don't have it, but it is up on the board there. So you can text at 707-316-8325. The other thing is you can give a donation, and that's what I was looking for, because I do have a donation, and it's right there. You can pick it up as you pass by. You can give it paper money. We accept that as well. So money, check, any kind of thing like that. But let's bless, snail mail, you can do that even. Okay, let's bless our tithes and offerings. God's love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am and have, all that I give and receive. I am grateful. Yes, please just pick it up. Thank you so much.
And now, this is one of Simon's favorite songs. Are you there, Simon? Magic Penny. Love is something if you give it away. Sing along. Give it away. Give it away. Love is something if you give it away. You end up having more. It's just like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, and you'll have so many they will roll all over the floor. Love is something if you give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Hey, love is something if you give it away. You end up having more. Love is like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, and you'll have so many. They'll roll all over the floor. Love is something if you give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Love is something if you give it away. You end up having more.
That was a fun song. Thank you so much. Now let's do our affirmation of divine substance. The inexhaustible resource of spirit is equal to every demand. There is no in lack. Abundance is here and now, manifest. Again, we thank all of you for being here, and what we're going to do now is we will stand and we will make a circle. And if you want to hold hands, perfectly okay. If you don't, perfectly okay. So, but we'd like to get in a circle, that way we can see everybody and acknowledge that you're here.
With God, our Creator, we are family. Let us walk with let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. We are one holy family. We celebrate our oneness and honor our diversity. And our affirmation for the week is, this too is for my good, a statement of faith. So let's say it together. This too is for my good. Thank you.
Thanks again so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, too.
Thank you.